Growing up, I loved piloting ships in video games, whether it be a TIE fighter or a pod racer in Star Wars or a Blood Dragon in Freelancer. I was piloting something. And then fast forward some years and drone videos were on the rise. The FPV movement had started and I was hooked. And then fast forward one more time to 2023 and I stumbled upon a game called Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, and it changed my mental chemistry. And now I know you're probably wondering, what do all these different things have to do with today's video? And let me tell you, a lot. Because today I am talking about They Call It Gravity. But before we get to it, I would like to talk to Alex, the solo developer of this game, and tell them that I am gravely sorry. I apologize for how long it took for me to get this video out. But now, let me put you on to They Call It Gravity. They Call It Gravity is a fast-paced single-player air combat game where you pilot a highly agile drone through handcrafted arenas and push forward tactical action, dodge air defenses, expand your zone of control, and destroy enemy swarms. Now, I'm going to tell you about my experience with They Call It Gravity. And like I said before, this game is made by one person, all right? One person. So I'm not critiquing and criticizing. If anything, I hope that I can get this out to people that would like to play this game. And if anything, give Alex some feedback for the game. And the first thing I have to say is it's not even a problem with the game itself. It's really a me problem. But the controls were mouse and keyboard. And Alex, I don't ever play mouse and keyboard, so I was struggling, my boy. Now, after getting used to using mouse and key, I quickly learned that this drone really does move in all directions, like left, right, up, down, diagonal, the other diagonal, every which way possible. And I also learned that this game is not holding your hands. With the main gun, if you want to hit your shots, you have to hit your shots. It is not giving you no auto fire or auto lock on. You have to point and click at the enemy, all while moving diagonally, then moving straight down, then moving up. And you gotta adjust your aim for every movement that you do. I'm not saying that the game is hard, but I will say that if you try to cut your brain off and just fly around, you got another thing coming to you. You have to lock in, because in between checkpoints, there are a few healing items scattered throughout the map, but the main way that I saw of healing was using the EMP beam, in which you could weaken a ship and then absorb their pretty much parts and health, kind of like Jetfire and Optimus Prime and Transformers 2, same kind of concept. And speaking of enemy ships, there is a decent variation here. There are some that will just try to run headfirst into you. There are some that will try to run into you and blow up, and they had me panicking the whole time I was playing. Anytime I ran into them, I was trying to get as far away from them as possible. There are some that will just shoot missiles at you from a distance, and while all the other ships are kind of crowding you, you just randomly get hit. Then there are some bosses. The two bosses that I ran into were Big Pesh, who is a boss that after you defeat him, he shows up a lot more in like similar models. They pretty much do the same thing as him, but they don't have as much health. And then there's Ezek. And let me tell you, Ezek is a problem in the best way possible. You see, you have to figure out how to defeat him. He has two types of health, and one of your weapons can take down his shield health very quickly, but it has limited shots. It's the most limited weapon you have. And then while you're figuring all this out and trying to learn how to flow fighting him, you're getting jumped by his cronies, his thugs, his henchmen. And if you get caught lacking, just know that he has a barrage of missiles that are homing on you, that you have to break the missiles' ankles to survive. Now the whole time you're getting jumped, missiles are on you, and you're trying to figure out how to break these shields. So you have to duck, dodge, dip. You gotta maneuver. But if you like flying a ship, bro, like I like flying a ship, bro, you're gonna have a good time. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I think from half of my playtime, it was me struggling trying to figure out how to beat Ezek, which after I beat him, after I figured out the tech, it was over. It was fun at that point. Like I was panicking and then it was fun, which to me is a good case of a good boss because I played Souls likes and that kind of feels similar to a Souls like. Outside of the ships, the menace of the game, I'm not gonna lie, one of the most difficult and dangerous things in this game was the AA guns. If they catch you lacking, if they catch you out in the open, your health is gonna be erased so fast because where there's one of them, there's probably two more. And as soon as they get you in their sights, you get like half a second to try to dodge and then they let loose on you. And it is brutal. I found myself out in the open running from like those kamikaze drones running into their sight or overshooting something and running into their sight and getting obliterated. So it adds a healthy amount of challenge. These enemies are not going to play with you lightly. The game isn't just ship battles either. You have some objectives. And two that I remember distinctly from my time with the game is one, you had to push a train cart full of explosives to a door, get back, and then detonate it to progress forward. The other was there was a train cart that was projecting pretty much a field so that the AA guns could not see you. And I told y'all about those menaces. They are threats. They are serious problems. And so you have to stick close enough to this train car under its dome to get to the next area and stay out of their sight. And the whole time that you're sticking next to this train cart, there are other drones, other ships that are trying to fight you. So you have to maneuver around and really control your ship while fighting them and trying to get to this next area. And that mission just reminded me so much of the Mass Effect 2 final mission where you had a biotic projector shield over you and your team as y'all tried to move throughout the collector ship. And that was just a fond memory that was brought up and it heightened the experience of my time with they call it gravity. If any of this sounds appealing to you, you want to fly that ship, fly the drone, fight so many enemies that you might need Ultra Instinct and Adderall just to keep up, go ahead and check this game out. And remember that your boy Reggie Wolf put you on to They Call It Gravity. Now, like I told you before, this game is being developed by one person, so please be patient with them. Add it to your Steam wishlist for now. When it comes out, go ahead and hop on. And to Alex, again, I would just like to say thank you for letting me experience your game. And to you guys, if I did put you on to this, please make sure to hit your boy with the goodness. That's like, comment, subscribe, share. Lock it in by hitting that bell. This has been your boy Reggie Wolf. I'm signing out. Peace.